The human traffickers left the unconscious girl inside a cardboard box, intending to transport her far away. However, the security guard insisted that they register before leaving. The moment the traffickers stepped away, the moving company employees, believing the box belonged to the house they were relocating, picked it up without checking inside and loaded it onto the moving truck. They quickly set off for the new residence of the CEO, leaving the traffickers utterly confused. Shortly after, the moving truck arrived at the CEO's new home, and the girl remained unconscious inside the box. When the CEO entered the main hall, he instructed his assistant to organize everything. Just as the assistant was about to open one of the boxes, he noticed it moving. At first, he thought he was imagining things, but when he prepared to continue, the box moved again. To the CEO, this seemed like nothing more than an excuse from the assistant to avoid work. Unconvinced, he ordered the assistant to open the box. As soon as the tape was cut, a young woman suddenly emerged from inside. The CEO immediately suspected she had been sent by his competitors to get close to him, as similar incidents had happened before. The girl, still dazed, was equally confused, seeing her disheveled state inside a box. She mistakenly believed that the CEO had kidnapped her. Unwilling to waste time talking, the CEO tried to pull her out of the box and throw her out immediately. However, he slipped and accidentally fell on top of her. Exhausted, the CEO had no other support to keep himself upright except the fragile cardboard box. Feeling insulted, the girl responded by slapping him hard across the face. Shocked and offended, the CEO could not believe that someone had hit him, not just once but twice, treating him as if he were the villain. Terrified, the girl bolted out of the box and ran away. Watching her flee, the CEO turned to his assistant and asked if they had found the person he had been searching for. Looking uncomfortable, the assistant explained that all they knew about the girl was that she had an arm injury, but they had no other information about her name or appearance, making it difficult to locate her. It turned out that 5 years ago, the CEO had nearly been pushed off a balcony by his enemies, but a girl had saved him by grabbing onto him in time. Though he had been too disoriented to see her face clearly, his attackers had broken the girl's arm in the struggle. Suddenly, he recalled that the girl who had just slapped him also had an injury on her arm. At that moment, the assistant found the girl's resume and discovered that she had applied for a job at the CEO's company, but had been rejected. However, when the CEO saw the designs in her portfolio, he was impressed by her talent. Determined to keep her from joining a rival company, he instructed his assistant to contact Human Resources and invite her to start working the next day. He also ordered an investigation into why she had ended up in his home. When the girl arrived home, she was thrilled to receive a call from Human Resources offering her a job. However, due to her injured arm, her mother, who had experienced heartbreak in the past, warned her not to rush into any romantic relationships. To ensure her safety, she even went as far as hiring a muscular man to act as her bodyguard against potential harassers. The next day, the woman hurried to the company and unknowingly entered the CEO's exclusive elevator. This startled everyone around her, as the CEO was known to be extremely difficult, and using his personal elevator was considered an outrageous act. When the CEO arrived at the office, his assistant attempted to open the elevator door but found that it was occupied. Meanwhile, the woman was assigned to the department that had previously rejected her. Upon hearing that she had been hired despite being turned down before, the director assumed she had been recruited through the CEO's assistant's influence. To teach her a lesson, he handed her a design and told her to deliver it to the CEO's office, fully aware that the CEO had forbidden anyone from entering unannounced. However, when the woman entered the office, she was surprised to find it empty. Outside the office, the CEO was irritated because he disliked the project and had called for a meeting with his employees. When he finally entered his office, the woman immediately recognized him as the rude man from the previous night and began yelling at him. But the moment the other employees walked in and started addressing him as their boss, the woman was left completely stunned.